Uh, Hi, my name is Maithili, and I'm currently working. It's been 1.5 years. I'm working as an Ariba consultant.
Okay. Okay.
So, what I'm looking from this course is like I know basic Ariba. Like I know from our how to create a purchase order, how to onboard a vendor. But I'm
Mhm.
looking at advanced level training like configurations, template configurations, approval flow
Okay.
configurations, core administration,
Correct.
report customization,
Mhm.
integrations is what I'm looking for. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Maithili. So we will answer your questions. What you have, just help us to understand what is your expectations. So today we are demonstrate you about all these factors. What module we are going to teach here, and along with that, what is the customization or in terms of integrations, what module we are going to cover. So everything we are going to discuss. Anyone else? For
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, this is Krish.
yeah, hi.
Actually, I'm
Mhm.
working as Ariba consultant last few years, but we need like implementation and integration part in Ariba, like
Uh,
CAG and S4HANA integration and
okay. So
implementation perspective,
which on which model
and
you have
along with
worked
the
earlier?
approval flow configuration also we need.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. On which model you have worked till the time
downstream support.
downstream support only? Okay. You
Yeah,
haven't worked on any integration project or upstream?
no, I know about the CAG, but I have done
Okay.
one custom mapping, but I
Mhm.
have idea on CAG part, but we need the
Okay.
implementation end to end. That is
Okay.
actually we want to switch the company so that we want to learn this integration and implementation perspective.
Okay. Okay. So how many
If you do
years you have worked in downstream now?
a total 5 years,
Okay. So in 5 years you have worked on only on downstream or only
only downstream along with some part of upstream like vendors loading, master data loading.
okay, master data
That,
loading. So in terms
yeah,
of
only
only
master
master
data.
data you have worked on.
Supplier data,
Mm-hmm. You haven't
supplier
worked
data,
on
user data, GL
Mhm.
accounts, internal orders,
Okay. Okay.
all
So
type of
basically, whatever the
master data.
master data required for downstream, you have uploaded that on admin
Yeah,
level.
yeah. Actually, we have the integration with SAP through batch jobs. Data will come from SAP to Ariba, but sometimes in test environment jobs are not working at that time. We have loaded suppliers
Manually.
manually in the Ariba.
Mm-hmm. Understood. Understood.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, Krish. So
yeah,
understood your point. I got. I also I'll help you to understand what integration we are going to help you, and what
yeah.
are those module we are going to cover.
And
Uh,
one more
yeah.
thing, don't mind. Can you teach the supplier collaboration like SCC?
Yes, supply chain collaborations also. Supply chain collaborations in that module, we are going to help you for the PO collaboration, because other forecasting and quality collaboration that
Yeah,
still no one is using.
yeah.
And
That is okay. In PO collaboration implementation perspective, can
yes,
you
yes,
explain?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. That is a model where we will help you. We have the all the documents, all the screenshots, and what we are helping you in terms of configuration, not only in terms of what is the network configuration or CIG configuration. We are end to end. We are going to help you how to configure the SAP, what configurations required, and what is the there is a different teams will work together, so how
Yeah,
the
yeah,
integration
correct.
projects will be help you, and where your role will be part of that configuration. So uh, there is a three different aspect where we whenever we do the integration, so we will go in the depth when we will start our session. Till the anyone else, anyone?
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, Krish, thank you, thank you.
Hi, Radheshan. Hi, team. My name is Pradeep. I'm a SAP MM consultant. I'm from
Okay,
last
great.
5 years. I'm doing as a procurement P2P activities in SAP. In SAP, I want to switch my things in SAP. In SAP, all our things means actually we have to do the cross module side. That's why
Hmm.
I'm planning to switch to Ariba. So I'm new to Ariba. I don't know
Okay,
the
okay,
basic as well.
okay. So, Pradeep, as I understand, you have already consult. You have good experience in terms of master data and all this, since you already worked in So here now the thing is only you want to be part of Ariba module also, because that is a co-relevant with the all the whatever you are
But
currently doing, PO related, GRN related, everything. So now there is a 2 3 modules where you can also start your career as a Ariba plus functional consultant along with the core knowledge. So it is good to start right now in market. A lot of people working on the cross module, and this the is the top on cherry, we can say, like you have already experience in that area. So definitely we will help you, and in our today's sessions we will clear your all the doubts related with your, because you are learning first time. You don't have knowledge about the what is exactly modules in Ariba and all these things. I think Maithili and Krish knows the module. At least they have some basic understanding on that, because they're already working, so they know what is the upstream and what is the downstream and what modules we are currently working, and what is the current market requirement. So what is the CIG? So all these things we are going to in depth, we are going to learn. uh,
Yeah. So
Anyone
Rajesh,
else?
Rajesh,
Yes,
just
yes.
want to give you your quick introduction because some of them are interested in your profile. So, what to every one of you guys, Radhesham is a solution architect. Okay, he is having more than 17, 18 years of experience in altogether in SAP, and he is working in SAP Ariba since its inception. Okay, he is having very vast experience. Okay. Apart from this one, this course has been designed to cater all the modules in SAP Ariba. All the modules in the sense like usually we are having upstream, downstream, and integration. Everyone talk about this only. Okay, but nobody will talk about how the configuration works here, complete end-to-end configuration. Most of the trainings, if you see in the market, they are only the end user based trainings. Okay, we are not interested here with the end user trainings. We are majorly focusing on the consultant based project relevant training, where we are going to show everyone end to end aspect of any scenarios. We are taking different scenarios in the part of the projects and we are discussing them. We are creating the scenario and discussing and doing the configuration, and also we are during the training itself, Radhesham is going to indicate, okay, these are the areas where the questions are going to be asked in the interviews. If at all you want to switch your company and want to be, build up your career in SAP Ariba, so it's going to be a very in detail kind of training. So I was saying, like, apart from the three major modules of stream downstream integration, we are also covering up SCC, supply chain collaboration in detail, and guided buying, guided sourcing, and commerce automation. Okay, these are the major things nobody is going to cover in their training. So for that reason, Radhesham will be taking up approximately 70% of the contents out of which, and there will be 30% of the contents will be taught to you guys by Akshay. Okay, Akshay is very much expertise in contracts, so we have taken him for the rest of the trainings. So it means, in short, I can say those consultants who are expertise in those topics, we are doing the training with them itself. So it means the quality of the training which you are getting is going to be very much par in the market. Okay, that I can assure you 100%. And apart from this one, during the demo session, Radhesham is going to show you as well. So which are the project relevant documents we are going to share with you. There are a lot many documentations required during your project. So those templates we are going to share with you in the training itself. So these things are going to be quite interesting. But in today's session, Radhesham is going to demonstrate the benefits of SAP Ariba, which are the different modules, how we are going to approach them, and how as a consultant, how they are going to be beneficial for you as part of your career. So that's a very important aspect. So what we can do is, like, we can start the demo session now. There will be like approximately 1.5 hour or 45 minutes, whichever it is. So he's going to discuss in detail on that one. If at all you guys are having very important questions in between, you can stop him and ask the queries. Otherwise, I can recommend you, we can park our all the queries at the end of the session, so that everybody can unmute yourself and we can answer your queries in a better way. So the goal of this particular training going forward is going to be, we are committed to make you a good Ariba professionals. Okay, so we are going to discuss later on, later part. So I'll be in mute. So Radhesham, over to you. Please continue. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Airaj. And guys, I'll share my screen. We'll start. uh, 1 second. So guys, hope everyone have aware about the Ariba basic modules, or if anyone else is like fresher or want to switch their career into Ariba, they have knowledge and these like other cross module. If they have worked on another different module like Ariba, like Coupa or Ivalua, so it's still why Ariba and where we will help you in your career aspect. So everything we are going to discuss. And these whatever the modules or whatever we are going to discuss, we have all the documents for that. We have recorded sessions also we are sharing with you. And along with that, if you are doing something and you will stuck in between that and you want some help from our side, we are open for that. We will help you to, if you are struggling to configure something and you want some our guidance, so you required some, you have to discuss, so team is available. You can connect with us anytime and there is no restriction. And that is not part of only during your session or your whatever the we have the timeline for that this course. So that is not we anytime, because we have some different WhatsApp group. Iraj will later he will explain you everything, what things you are getting from our side documents. Along with the there is a WhatsApp group, you can post your queries also. We will support you. If you want to connect with us, we will discuss in the con call also. So that can we will help you now. So here we are going to discuss what are the Ariba modules, what are the upstream modules, and what are the downstream modules. A lot of people don't understand what are the upstream and what are the downstream. They understand only Ariba. So, but if you going into market, at least you should know about the module where there is a lot of people are expertise into downstream. Like Krish is have experience into buying and downstream like P2P module. So now he want to learn upstream and also supply chain collaboration and commerce automations thing. So basically these we have to upgrade ourselves also. But if you start, if you are first time doing the Ariba things, like if you want to switch your career, so we will recommend you to go with the any module. Like there is no restrictions, but to understand the concept of Ariba, so we will help you. And for that reason, from my side, this is my recommendation only, but I'm just saying that you can go with the sourcing module, because there is a lot of things. 70% of basic it will cover under only this module, because this module have template based approach. We have a lot many things, master data, we have configuration points, we have like supplier onboarding, we have pure related activity. All these things we will doing under this sourcing module. If you go with the supplier SLP, there is only supplier registration part, qualification part, and all these things. So these are the upstream module along with the contract management. So all these three modules are upstream. Spend analysis and supplier risk also upstream module. Spend analysis, most of the organizations they are not using this module because they are doing themselves. But Ariba have their own module to do the spend analysis and all these things, category wise, buyer wise, plant wise, company organization level, department wise. So everything they will in minor level they will do the spend analysis. So Ariba also have that module, but in our course we will cover this Ariba sourcing SLPs. Whenever I'm using SLP means supply life cycle performance, and this Ariba contract manager. These are the upstream module. Along with that, we have supply chain collaboration, commerce automation, P2P, and catalog buying and catalog management. Basically, that is under downstream we will cover. So in sourcing module, we have different contract. Different templates where you will see how to configure the auctions. What are the templates for that? There is a 48 types of auctions. If you see here, this module is basically used for the sourcing. Whenever you want to buy something from market and you want to float the inquiry within the market from supply, you want quotations, and then you want to do the negotiation, and then you are doing some reporting, and means a lot of things you are doing in sourcing. But here it will, if you integrate your system with your backend ERP like ECC or S4. So PR and RFQ creation part will be remains in ECC or S4 in ERP. Then it will be sent to the using dummy supplier to Ariba. From that sourcing request, we will create a sourcing project. So we'll do the RFQ. RFQ means request for quotation. So we'll collect the quotation from different supplier. We'll invite them in within one auction, one event. So in traditional way, what happening? We will sending the emails to different suppliers. We will collect the quotation on emails. We will compile all the documents. We will doing the Excel sheet. We are manually we are doing the work. Some suppliers sending the quotation into document file, Word. Some sending in Excel. Some sending in a PDF. Some sending in the screenshot. So that is very hectic job to compile all these different quotation, and then we are going to compare all the quotations, and then we are doing our negotiation. We will doing the strategy analysis. So everything will be offline, and that is very hectic to job to one buyer. If you are floating more than 10 plus inquiry within a day, so that is very hard job to collect all the quotations, doing Excel sheet and all these things. So now Ariba have solution. Ariba will invite all the suppliers on one platform. We will invite those suppliers. We will send the inquiry, whatever the documents, whatever the content, whatever the questions we are asking to supplier. That all together it will be shown in the same time. We have time frame for that. Supplier will respond within that time. Our comparison sheet will be available. Easily we can document those things. We can download in Excel. We can do it. We'll do the uh, our negotiation start will start from that part only, because everything you have open, you'll audit points also there, your questions, whatever you're asking. So it is easy to monitor, easy to track everything. So reporting purpose it will help you. Then you are doing negotiation. For negotiation purpose you have 48 types of strategies. Strategy means auctions types. In reverse auctions you will do some kind of strategy analysis. You have, you will create your own templates. So this is a template based, the standard templates available there. You can do that is whatever the templates there is, 48 types of options. But as a consultant, as a functional consultant, what we are doing, we'll adding our custom terms. There is a lot of terms like in standard templates, price into quantity is only term. But apart from price, that is not only factor. We are doing payment terms, payment method, then your delivery date, then your other things. There is a lot of questions we will ask. We will do the technical analysis, we will do the commercial analysis. So everything will be, so that's that we are building that custom template. So we are helping you how to create those things. What are the strategy behind these all the 48 auctions. We are not going to cover 48 auctions, 40 type auctions, but major auction type, like what is the concept of reverse auction, what is the concept of forward auction, what is the concept of total cost, what is this Dutch auction, what is this index based auction, what is the bid transformation, and everything we are going to how to monitor the auctions, what how to create the task team. And then you're managing your entire events. You are monitoring that event. If there is something you want to modify, you want to add something, so how to live event you are going to modify. So everything we are going to learn. What are the required user access to modify these kind of things, what roles you required, which roles are license versions, and what is the team member licensing. So even that, even we are in that level also we are teaching you, because in market no one will tell you what is the license version. If you, as a function consultant, if you are working in an organization, you need to understand what are the license version. If you are giving the access to some users, you should understand this is the license version. If you are giving that license, SAP will charge you, your client will impact, the commercial will be impact due to your one single mistake. So that is the as a function consultant, you have to understand these are the license versions, and I cannot provide to anyone how many license you will get with this any module, how many team members you will get. So everything we are going to understand. We have all the team members rules for that licensing purpose. Also we have what are the those roles, and what is, what can they will do with that access. because everyone have their own task and they have limited job. But as an admin you have a lot of you required lot many accesses. So for that reason, what roles you required, so everything we are going to understand here. Your RFP management, auctions. So these are the sourcing model, like this is the template based approach. Apart from that, common things like master data management. If you have integrated system, so master data, your company code, company department level, plant level, commodities, categories, so everything we have to upload. So these master data, where you have to load, what is the admin access, what roles you have to load these things, how to prepare that excel sheet, and what is the concept behind uploading the master data, how to download and how to upload these things, everything we are going to check. Again, for downstream also there is a different admin, so that is called a core admin. For sourcing it is a normal administration. For SLP there is a SM admin. So what are the different roles of these admins, so in detail we are going to discuss. Apart from that, there is a lot of things, features we have to enable from the back end. So how to enable this feature, if there is a new features in this December, Ariba are going to launch some new features. This is December, that is every quarterly they are releasing some features. Now in December if they launch new feature, how you will know that this feature has been launched, and this is very important from my client side, this is a very useful for us. So how to enable those features, where you are going to check that features, so everything we are going to discuss. And about your reporting, like custom reporting, how we are going to prepare our reports, and what are the pre-packaged reports, and from that pre-packaged reports how we are going to create our public reports, like how we will add those reports on day to day. Like if you want to send a report every month, you cannot go and repeat that report, and you're not going to do that activity again and again. So you'll, once you prepare the reports, you will schedule that reports for every month or every week, fortnightly if you want. So that kind of configurations we will see here. How to manage your documents, even that, for that there is a sourcing library, in contract we have contract with that is contract library. So these are the different libraries, how we will understand what are the for sourcing, what documents we have stored in that. And uh, so this is the basic understanding. And now if we have working on any integrated model, we have, once we have decided to send a like we decided that order should be go to the suppliers, so how to create the scenario for that, how we are going to send up that documents to create a PO from backend ERP, what are the steps we have to follow, uh, what are the scenarios, different scenario, because in interview they will ask you, if you're telling them I have worked on sourcing, so they will ask you after the awarding, before awarding, what kind of steps you have followed to do the scenarios. So that that questions they will ask you. So these uh, within these discussions, we are going to discuss about the what questions, how the interview will ask the questions, and what is the answer for that, everything we are going to discuss here. So this is not like just we are teaching you and we are just we are focusing to complete the portion, this that here we don't have that kind of approach. So we will discuss about your interview questions also. We will help you to get the certifications we have. We will help you what certifications you can do, and from where, what steps you have to follow for certifications. And within this course we will you're much more confident about the certification, because if without training or without knowing the concept of that module, you cannot go for the certification. After these sessions you will definitely you will attempt your certification exam, and then you will be confident about that things. And uh, we will in this module there is a lot of things, like there is different strategies for technical bid analysis and commercial bid analysis. So what are those strategies, and what is the concept of behind that strategy? And so there is a envelope bidding. No one know what is the envelope bidding actually, how we are hiding the content from any users, like your organization is telling you that I don't want to show this content to other buyers. we want to hide that. So we cannot go and hide those questions, like that is not the case. There is an envelope bidding. So that envelope bidding, no one will help you to understand the envelope bidding. But in when you go to the client side in your SAP will recommend you, you can do the envelope bidding here. So 80% of people, those who are currently working in Ariba, they don't know what is the envelope bidding and how to configure that. So from my I have experience that I have that experience. So that's why I'm telling you, before anyone asks you, you can recommend them. This is the best solution for you. And all those whatever I have experienced in my career, so what clients required and what is the best practice, what are the key concept we will use. If you are going to any client, you should be confident about doing the any configuration. So that 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 level of confidence we will build up in you. And don't worry about the all these module. We have uh, documents also, recordings also, videos also. We will share with you some best practice videos also. So this is one module in upstream. Second is SLP. See, SLP, in sourcing, we can register the suppliers manually, but just with the basic information. So that is just to create a vendor. But SAP SLP have a lot of things apart from just adding suppliers into portal. There is a lot of things. You will do the registration, you will do the you will do the supplier request, you will do the supply registration part. Apart from that, your team should be evaluating the what are the questions we have sent to suppliers. On that basis, we will register that supplier, our team members, accounting information, purchase org related information. We will evaluate that. On that basis, we will decide this supplier should be registered in our uh, for our company or not. So on that basis, we will decide how to register and for which company code, or for which account, or which department that supplier should be registered. So everything, how to create those questionnaires, what is the concept behind creating a supplier request template, for registration template, what are the new additional questionnaire type. There is a different questionnaire type apart from the sourcing. In SLP we have banking information, so we cannot add the banking information repeatedly. So for that reason, SAP have separate answer type for that banking related. So how to use that, what are the key factors. There is a duplicate check. Lot many organizations currently struggling with the duplicate suppliers. In their ERP, lot many suppliers have already created and they don't want to use that. Now they don't understand which is the exact supplier or current supplier to whom they want to send the PO. SLP will help them to reduce that duplicate check. So it will not allow you to create a duplicate supplier. So system will highlight you, these are the possible duplicates for this company. So based on the our GST number, PAN card number, these are the unique cases. So we will create the duplicate check for that question. So how to mark that this question should be, if the supplier has we are adding new suppliers and we have put the GSTN number, so system will show you the possible result for that duplicate check. So in supplier SLP, that is important. We will help to client to reduce their duplicate suppliers. Even we will help them to unnecessary, we will should not register the suppliers in so SLP or in Ariba. We will create the suppliers, but until and unless we are not able to send them a PO, or we don't want to create a vendor code. So for the other purpose, like for auctioning, RFP quotation, we can invite those suppliers. So that kind of settings, how to do that setting without registration, how we will invite the suppliers for any event. So that possibility is there. So what is the concept of without registration, how we will invite those suppliers, what settings we have to do on template level or supplier side, so that we will help you. Apart from registration, we have qualification. See, suppliers will deliver you different material, so their category should be different. But we will we will help them. We will check this supplier is qualified for, if the one supplier, a supplier has been delivering four different categories. We will decide that supplier is for a category. A supplier has been for X category he is good, we will send the questionnaire to that supplier, we will evaluate their performance, and then we will decide this supplier is qualified for this category. So how to configure the qualification template, uh, how we will invite our team members within the qualification process, what is the qualification process, different qualification process, and like commodity and region, there is a region level we can say it. So apart from these two, how can we register qualified suppliers from department level, how to add those other fields. So these settings we will help you to understand. Then concept not only ends here like only qualification, these qualifications also, some after some times you will feel that this supplier should not be qualified because he's not sending quality material, now I want to disqualify that supplier. So how to start that disqualification after qualification. Even preferred supplier, if the supplier is qualified for 4 category but he is preferred for my 1 category, so whenever I'm doing any event for that category, that supplier should be automatically add in my event. So that kind of settings also we can do here in Ariba. So even that settings we require, supplier should be qualified, then we will assign them a preferred status. So automatically it will be added in any event. So that templates we will configure. Then we have down to here we will do the performance analysis. Now there is a lot of KPIs organization level. Your client should help you to understand what KPI, on which KPI they will doing the performance up to the down to here. So we have to manage the KPIs. We will create a scorecard for that, and then we will analysis the supplier has been how they have helped you entire in down to year, like how in within time if the quotations you will get a material after sending the material, how they help you to understand the quality or any dispute, how they handle you. So everything, every minor things organization level they are doing the they are monitoring. So for that reason performance management will be SPM will help you. And how to for that reason there is a modular questionnaires we have to create. So how we are going to create the modular questionnaire, and there is a different like KPIs, how to manage that. There is some KPIs might be auto from backend ERP, because you don't know what POs number of PO you have sent to that suppliers in 1 year. So the data it will be required from ERP side. So how to manage that data, and how we will auto fetch or some manually how to add that data into that KPI level. So everything, and how to create a scorecard out of 100 we will do the scoring for that, how to do that scoring for that particular supply. Even there is a lot many certificate suppliers from supplier side we required, like ISO certificates. So you don't know when that certificate is going to expire. You have 10,000 of suppliers, so how you will know the X supplier certification has been expired or not. So for that reason we have the option from where we can monitor that, because we have the template types within that set. If you in modular questionnaire, if you get the certificates of ISO certification of any suppliers, so we will get the reminders for that supplier this certification has been expiring within the month, or whenever that we can set the reminders for that when we want that reminders. Even that's reminders we also got, and supplier also get the notification that your ISO certification has been going to expire, you can renew it. So whenever the suppliers will renew that certificate, again we will add that certificate, because the new certification validity will be added there. So all these activity we are going to do in this SLP. And mm, nowadays if you search on any Naukri portal or any if you are finding a job, you will see at least 9 job will be required for SLP out of 10. No one can deny this fact. There is a lot many opportunity currently going in market for SLP. If you go and search for any Naukri, and you can see at least there is a SLP, they required onboard supplier onboarding, supplier registration, supplier request, performance management, anything that these words are common for that. So if you search by any word, you'll find out at least 10 out of 9 jobs will be for SLP. So that is a requirement currently in market, and it will going ahead, that will be going again, it will be increasing. Because see, in SLP, if you once you learn the SLP, there is lot many jobs, because your certification going to expire, your questionnaires also needs to be modified, your supplier needs to be up to date within the every year. So this job is endless. So that is there is job security for SLP level if you going to the any SLP module. So if you, and this module is very easy to understand, and integration perspective and also configuration level from Ariba side, this module will be very easy to understand. And if you focus on this module for integration, because in interview they will at least ask you at least one end-to-end implementation required. If you go and search in that any job portal, they will mention that we require at least one end-to-end any module. It should not be like sourcing or SLP or commerce automation or supply chain or guided buying or P2P. They will ask you at least one end-to-end, because some part is very common, and this module is very easy to understand. If you are if you want to learn any configuration point, this module will help you. And if you targeting this module, I can say half of the journey, you will see that this module is very interesting and very easy to understand, and in market lot many opportunity currently for this module. So there is a win-win situation for this module, I can say. Till now, anyone have any doubt or any questions, you can ask.
Hello. Yeah, sir. This is
Yeah, yeah,
Maithili.
yeah,
Uh,
Maithili.
I want to ask, like, as you mentioned that this will be an in-depth training. So, would you also cover template, supplier request, registration template
Yes,
configurations,
yes,
um,
yes,
workflows like for new registration, update registrations, then how
everything.
to into groups, then there are custom approval flows, approvers, parallel, custom, and
Yes,
approval. So those kind of things is, and conditions, like because
yes,
what right now I'm facing is like there are it's very there is lot of to and fro between conditions, creation of those conditions, because it's not that simple to just create those conditions, and how these will be applied. Also, sir, as you know that
mhm,
whenever we create whenever we create a new template here, it is you have to copy, like, manually again create those template changes in production. So
mhm, mhm.
there is no option, as far as I know, there's no option to copy test data to production data. We have
No,
to again manually create
there
those
is a work,
configurations.
there is a workaround, there is a workaround. So that
Okay.
workaround will let you know once you join. We can copy the templates also, but there is a workaround for that reason. And
Okay.
see, there is a, what is the difference between how you will find out this is the test data and this is a production data. So if you want,
Mhm.
once you learn that things, every template you can copy, don't worry about that. But that that is the case where you will help this we will
Mhm.
help you in this training. So
Yeah.
see, this access you'll get. So this is our home
Mhm.
page for sourcing SLP,
Mhm.
this P2P, guided buying,
Mhm.
catalog management. So this is our portal where you
Mhm.
same access you will get. You have free access for this administration changes, core admin, SM admin. You have template. You can how we will help you to create a template from scratch. Within that scratch, we will help you how to add the line items, contain rules, team members, how to create a group, how to create a users, how to create a suppliers. And again, there is a lot many things like you have like how to approve that approval level, how to create a serial approval, parallel or custom approval. So all these, how to create a conditions, how to create a rules within the within that. There is a lot of questions we can add. So
Yeah.
scratch template from scratch
Mm-hmm.
we will going to teach you. So don't worry about, even we will help you to how to uh, there is a one more approval types, that is a lookup table. So how to create that lookup table,
Yeah.
what
Lookup
concept
tables,
behind
right.
the lookup table, so that even we will help you to understand the lookup table configurations. And for that reason, how will you are going to create the conditions, and then your team members should be approving that department level, plant level, or any users level, or any conditional level. Like if you have any questions, if supplier has selected yes answer, on that basis you want to create the approval flow.
Mm.
So even that,
Right.
even we are going to help you how to create that condition for that reason. So we have the access for all the templates. And these all the templates, like only SLP templates we cannot copy. Only these are the whatever the template, standard templates, only that we can use. But a sourcing template we can create, copy, we will do the multiple templates. But for SLP, there is a, from Ariba side, there is a limitations, you cannot copy that template. But yes, you can create, you can use the standard templates only. So
Mm.
we will see
Right.
that how to one
Okay.
second.
Yeah, hi Rakesh.
Yes, yes.
Alex is here. Uh,
Yeah, Alex.
yeah. So just to introduce myself a little bit, I think I started late. So I am currently an SAP consultant as well, and I've been in the industry for over 8 years. And for the last 2 years, I've been in an implementation project which we just completed, and I worked closely with the Ariba team, uh, where we had both up and downstream, but you know, in the project. So, but the question I have is, do we have alternatives to always implement just one or both of them, or do we, or does it come like a package? Do you know?
So everything within this package, see, we are helping you for all these modules. Like I think you have missed that slide. Just
No,
me.
I understand the trading part of it. I just mean at the organizational level, at the implementation level, does Ariba or SAP, provide this as a complete package, or do clients have the options to implement just downstream or just upstream or just both of them? You know what I mean? What I'm asking is just to understand how to focus towards tackling the market. Because
Yes.
yeah,
So this is like yes, any client wants to, if they want to use the upstream modules and downstream module, because each module had dependency. There is a
mhm.
different the sourcing model is different from the your guided buying. So in sourcing there is a lot of other activities, initial activity we are doing up before the PO. So that is called source to order cycle. Like you are starting from the PR, and it will be end to the ordering process till the PO will create. So before that, whatever the activity we are doing under that sourcing module, SLP module is will help you to register the suppliers after ordering. So there is a supply chain collaboration, there is a commerce automation, there is guided buying after ordering. So these three modules will be after the ordering, after your PO creation. So there is a PO confirmation, there is ASN invoicing process, GRN process. So everything will be the after that, this thing.
But
Now the
yeah,
concept of.
so,
Mhm.
mhm. Yeah, but
No,
I
one
have I
second,
have some doubt
Rajesh.
here. Sorry to interrupt. So I'm still a little bit lost, Rakesh, because
Mhm.
Uh,
in the
no,
in the upstream, right, we
Mhm.
have sourcing and supplier management, right? That's part of the upstream. Those are some
Contract,
modules
yes.
in the upstream,
Mhm.
right? In the
Correct.
contract management and all of that. Yeah, which technically this comes as a prerequisite to the downstream, because if you don't onboard the supplier, you won't be able to create a PO, right? So the downstream has dependency on the upstream. So
Yes.
what I was asking is it possible to have downstream implemented and use suppliers that are not onboarded as part of the upstream?
yeah, yeah. I'll tell you. Because
Hmm.
recently, you see, there are many clients I came across. Okay, there is no
Hmm.
such, rule like you need to take as in whole package. Okay, there are certain clients who are only implemented SLP. That's it. So they don't want
Hmm.
any other aspects of SAP Ariba. They say, okay, we only need to onboard the suppliers. Okay, we need to qualify them and put it there, onboarded.
Hmm.
So that is possible. So SAP Ariba has provided such a flexibility. So they are not forcing you to buy the whole thing. Okay, there is licensing also for different modules depending upon the region wise licensing. If you are in MENA region, then there will be a different sort of licensing part. If you are in Northern America, there will be different sort of licensing aspects. So in short, to precisely answer your query, so I can say yes. So you can implement, your client can implement anything individually. Okay, for the rest of the things, they can use any other ERP solution to get the data in. So that is possible. Okay, so there are different clients. So they only implement downstream, they only implement sourcing, they only implement SLP aspects. Yeah, that is possible, and they are doing it. Yeah.
So
All right.
it is like that one module you can buy, and if you in even in sourcing, like they will not go for the integration module, so they are using standalone module without integrated. So that is possible. So Ariba will help you to upload the suppliers only for guided buying. If you are using guided buying, so
Mm-hmm.
SAP have there is a like system where we can go and upload our suppliers. So that that feasibility is there. So it is not required that you should buy for go for the SLP module. So that is up to your client which module they want to use. It is based on your client's requirement, and
Okay.
that should be like individual module we can buy.
All right. All right. Okay. Sure.
Yes,
Yeah, because you did mention that like SLP now is a little bit of a high, I would say hot,
yes,
some
yes,
model
yes.
in the market. So yeah, I just wanted to understand, if it's something you should just focus on that, or or is something we should take some considerations into while getting the whole concept understood. But I think I understood now what
Mhm.
how layout is. Yeah. Hmm.
See, here why we are saying that, because lot many people are new to SAP. Like
Hmm.
you also have just entering apart from you want to be part of Ariba module.
Correct.
This module like sourcing, contract and SLP, these are the like if you work on this module now, it will help you to work on any downstream modules also, because master data management and other factors like create conditions like approval flows, team management, group users, everything it will be you will learn in this module only. And if you
Okay.
go for the downstream, there is a field to field, there is a concept of different set of rules. So once you understand how to upload the master data, or how to upload the catalogs, how to do the requisition creation part, or that will be you will learn very easily. So here as a package, we are going to teach you every module. So whenever you will go to the client side and you feel that this client required downstream module, so you will better you will, because that client has only purchased the licensing for the downstream module for guided buying, but as a package you have learned everything here. So that concept you already cleared about your
Mhm.
how to upload the supplies and all these things. And even we are going to help you understanding the CIG integration, at least for two module. So here we will teach you CIG for these two modules, for one for SLP and second for supply chain collaboration and commerce automation. So whatever the settings we are going to do, means whatever the settings we are going to learn, that will be double, because once we will teach you for the upstream module and one for the downstream. So understand not downstream but the network configurations. Once you learn these things, so it will help you for the contract also, it will help you for the commerce automation, supply chain, catalog management, guided buying, contract sourcing, for end to end, like any module you can go and you want to configure, you will understand. See, there is a three different things in Ariba. One is template based approach, so that is for upstream things. One is network based approach, that is for commerce automation and supply chain. And one is like your downstream module, so these are the field level, we can say. There is a fields, there is a forms for that, PO forms, requisition forms. So these are the downstream modules. So how to configure these settings in ERP level, what configuration you have to do, network level what configuration, CIG level what configurations you are going to learn. So it is up to you which module you will learn easily and you will focus on that module, or you want to go for the end-to-end module and you can also prepare for the interview for all these module. That is we will help you how to do that things. After this we have like P2P or one second. Network configurations for PO, like we have upstream or downstream. This is a network module actually. So we cannot say this commerce automation is downstream. It will consider as a downstream module, but it is a network configuration. So supply chain collaboration and commerce automation nowadays it is called a DSN, digital supply network. So that is a limit. There is some limitations for this module, but commerce automation and supply chain is almost end-to-end solution for all the these like quality collaboration forecasting, but whatever the transition under the PO collaboration, so this is called PO collaboration. So what configurations you will see here, this is a purchase order. So if you want to send this purchase order automatically to the suppliers, we will do the integration within the CIG. We will configure the ERP level configuration and then the PO will go to the supplier. So this is Ariba network. So then supplier will do the order confirmation and this order confirmation reach to your PO history. So how to configure all these things like order inquiry, service sheet, advance ship notice, invoice related, payment related status. So everything have configuration points. CIG requires some settings. ERP level it will require some configurations. So all the settings for all these module and commerce automation, supply chain collaboration, and you will see what are the settings you require for purchase order and how we will restrict our master data if you don't want to send some information to supplier, your accounting information you don't want to share with the supplier. So how to restrict that data, what are the fields if you want to add additional custom field, and how you will do that additional configuration of your fields, how you will do the mapping for that in CIG, what are the tools for mapping, what are the concept behind mapping, and how will enable these rules in CIG, what are the fields we have to configure for these things. We will see and we will show you one second. So I hope this Excel sheet is visible to you.
Yes, yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
See, in Ariba, there is a if you are learning any module for integration, so there is three level of configuration. One is Ariba level. If you are using sourcing, so we have to create a template. If you are working on supply chain SLP, we have to create a template for that reason. Now, that is a template based approach. For contract also we require a template, but if you are doing configuration for guided buying, we have to create the PO requisition form or the requisition form, our conditions for that. So everything we will upload in that portal because that is a forms level, but master data we will upload in admin. This is the Ariba side configuration for different module, but any module like there is a different set of configuration we have to do. We have middleware as a CIG. So CIG is middleware where this is very easy to configure, and there is a pre-configured some settings. Earlier there is a PIPO configurations where we have to do lot of manual settings, bodies, BAPIs we have to require to configure these things. But in nowadays we have easy configuration for CIG. So in what configurations we'll do in CIG, how to add the cross-reference parameter, what is this cross-reference parameters, how we will add even Ariba network configuration, how to create an endpoint, how to create a custom group for suppliers. So even we will manage the country level invoicing rules. There is a lot of purchase or purchase PO related rules, so that is called transitions rules. So how to configure that, so everything we are going to learn here. And in important in SAP, in backend ERP, what configuration we are going to do, and who will help you to work in a different settings like add-on installation, cloud connector installation. These are the basis activity, how the basis team will help you, and what steps to follow for these configurations we will help you. And within that, then your application specific, this is a purchase order is your application specific, means your commerce automation related one transition purchase order. And for that reason what configurations you have to do in ERP, so we will help you in that. See here we don't have directly ERP, But whatever because earlier we use the ERP. Iraj will help you in that, because he will say you why we are not using ERP directly. But we have screenshot for that, because whatever the documents we are showing here, and entire things concept we will help you to understand. But for other module, we have the portal. You can
Hmm.
test anything here. Yes, Iraj, please tell them.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Rajesh.
I think. Yeah. I thought I pretty much have hands-on around just the last screenshot you shared. Because as I said, I'm just from an S4 implementation, and I
Mhm.
supported the project from MM. So the MM piece, the SAP piece which you just shared, right? So that was literally taken care of by me, where you had those output setups, and the
Correct,
the logical system setups, and
correct.
those idocs and all of that. Yeah. So that was literally taken up from by me from my end. So I'm pretty much versed with column D, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
yes, and what we collaborated with the basis team to have it implemented and all of that. So I'm pretty much based with that piece. But yeah, in the course of the process, I would love to have more focus on A and C. But as you
correct.
said, we're going to have just screenshot. That's fine. I think for me, I don't know about others, but for me that will be okay,
Yes.
because
See,
I have a good hands on around
that
the
is
SAP part of it. Yeah.
that is one side of configuration. But apart from that, there is a Ariba network configuration. There is a rules. So
Yes,
what
that
are
one I
those?
is where I don't have hands on.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
there is supplier groups, country based invoicing rule, then your transition specific rules, and then your endpoint configurations, the supplier part. So how we are going to approach the supply chain collaboration, how to send a trading relation to supplier, and how we will enable the suppliers on network. So, and what is the light enablement and full enablement for suppliers? So what is the concept behind that, and how we will register those supplier as a full enablement? So what is the concept behind that? It is important, because no one know what is the light enablement and full enablement of supplier. Because if you are using commerce automation, supply chain collaboration, any network model, even guided buying also you are using, people don't know what is the light enablement and full enablement for suppliers. So how we will tackle that things, and how to configure the such rules, and that we are going to discuss. What is the trading relationship? People even don't know how to send a trading relation to supplier, and what is the supply chain collaboration concept of adding suppliers, and what rules we have to select for onboarding supplier as a supply chain collaborative supplier. So these rules we have to enable. So if you see here, that we will help you, because this document whatever currently I am showing here, see if you one second. So all these steps, like all
Mhm.
these steps we are going to help you. If you see in a very proper manner, at least you will if you go in the market for any interview, you will see what steps we have to follow, and how these configurations, and we were going, what is the steps we have to follow under the global settings, how to send the, for here what settings we are doing, here also we are what settings we are, how to create integration project, within this integration project how to enable the cross reference parameters, what rules we have to enable, what transitions we have to enable for commerce automation, what rules we don't require, maintain general settings, import data, configuration, transitions level, whatever the transitions like PO, ASN, order confirmation, GRN, OC. So all these things we are going to learn here. So later on, one by one, in depth, we will see all these things, and anyone is looking for any integration projects. Here we are telling you two different settings, two different module, integrated module we are going to teach you, because that is helpful. And concept of supply chain collaboration, because that is important. Again, I am telling you, along with the SLP, supply chain collaboration is new, and it is a trending in market, supply chain collaboration also. Then contract, this module is Akshay will take this module, because he is a expert in this module. Here also this is the template based approach, where you will create your contract level master data agreements, your other like all the contracts, how to create the contract authorization, your library, contract library, and within this there is a lot of tasks we will assign to different things. There is legal team will be involved, will create a document, how to create that document, we will convert those document into signing document, how to add the signing authorization task and all these things, team member management, rule, conditional base, questionnaire we will add. So this module will be help you to create a clause library, all these things, because this will here in this module will negotiate the clause, not the price and all this thing, but price also negotiated, but the thing major thing is like clause, how to negotiate that clause. If you see these are the clauses where introduction, delivery and grant of service. So these laws, uh, here it is a type, there is a, if you see library and template, so how to create the clause library, how to pick up that clauses from library, and how we will create this document outline agreement, and then we'll add those to our master data. So there is a contract based, template based approach for this module. And next module is like Ariba buying. Like in buying, we have catalog management and so how to create the catalog landing pages, carousels, master data management, then our how to import the suppliers for this if you are using standalone buying. So everything, contract and buying module will be a help. It will be taught by Akshay only, and
Okay.
yeah. Uh, so along with the these two P2P also, we have downstream also invoicing also within this. I don't think anyone teach you the invoicing a part of this module, because everyone is going to just PRPO and OC. That's it. But here we also help you to understand the invoicing process, because that is important for downstream also. And most of the people only teach you the PR, how to create PR and then PU, how to select the landing page, carousels, how to add that, your like requisition form, PO form, so that these things, even how to load the requisition, and then because imported like some PR are already existing, so how to import PO, requisition, what are the concept behind that, what files we have to prepare, and how to create a master data. Because see, master data in upstream we can create directly in Excel, that will be fine, but in by guided buying we required CSV file. So how to create that CSV file is important, what is the concept behind, and how we will create the CSV file. These are the very small things, but it is important, because your master data should not be low, it will give you the error. And if you see all lot many master data, more than 48 files we will more than 50 files we will load in as a part of this master data in buying. In sourcing, max 10. SLP not more, it will require 1 to 3 only. But in downstream it will be it's all about master data. So accounting information, cost term, your incoterms, like your internal orders, your uh, PO related master data. So everything, that will be the uploading from our side. Some master data will be auto, we will do the background job for that, but some data we have to manually we have to load. And there is a dependency on some master data. If you have to load cost terms, so you have internal order related activity, how to add company codes, purchase or department. So what are those dependency, on which file we have the dependency. So Akshay will help you in this all these things, because here he will help you to create the landing pages, carousels, item for that. So apart from all the master data. So this module is like you're buying some materials from eBay or any shopping cart. Like, so this because some people are very new to this module, so that's why I'm telling you, it is like e-cart, e-portal, where you are going to buy some materials. So suppliers will create their own for suppliers we will create the this kind of landing pages, where we will see the different categories, and under that categories we have different line item carousels, and within that there is a landing pages for that, line items for that. So based on the categories and your client's requirement, we will add all those things, and we will help to suppliers to upload their catalogs also. There is a different types to add the catalogs. So this is a one of module. And yes, apart from this, like all these six module we will help you, like Ariba sourcing, contract management, SLP, supply chain collaboration, commerce automation, and Ariba buying and catalog management. So almost six module we are going to, along with the integration scenario, like for two end-to-end integrations we will help you. And like what are the concept for CIG, what are the documents we have to follow, and how we're going to from where we will see the new features and everything, we will help you. And we have documents, one second, one second, let me stop, and I'll share one more time.
All right, sure.
Pradeep, you are having some query.
All right, right. Actually, I'm from MM background, right? In MM background, we already were using all these uh, supplier management and then contract, purchase order. How Hariba is different from SAP MM?
Very good question, Pradeep. You see, what happens is like um, Ariba, sorry, SAP is very confused. Honestly, I'm saying, because what happened is like, you see, for one process, they are using four different tools. Okay, we are talking about procurement. Okay, procurement will be done through SRM, supplier relationship management, SRM. Okay, then is also doing part of it. Then S4 HANA sourcing and procurement also doing the same thing. And now Ariba is a cloud solution. They're also doing that. It's also doing the same thing, almost the same processes. The processes are the same, but the approach is little bit different. And here you'll be facing a little bit difficulty with my experience, I'm saying to you. So because you are stuck, your mind is stuck in the processes, like how works. Because to understand here, is a part of ERP solution. Ariba is not an ERP. Okay, so Ariba
Okay.
is having a different approach. So I can say a lot many things which can is capable enough to do the things as part of procurement process. Here we don't have those one, but here we have much more sophisticated and much more easy methodologies of doing the things, the same processes, same goal you can achieve through here in a different way.
So
So the thing here is like SAP right now focusing more on SAP Ariba. So they want SAP Ariba to be a sole procurement solution for SAP process. And also recently, a lot of AI buzz is going on in the market, right? Everything is going to be on AI. Things. So all those things. So now SAP Ariba has already started that one. We have guided sourcing, okay, in which like we are using part of AI aspect of it. Okay, so in SAP Ariba roadmap, I can say, so it's going to be a sole procurement solution for SAP. Okay, for that reason, they have already a very strong existence due to a very good feature called Ariba network. On Ariba network, there are already 5+ million suppliers are already there. So it's a huge number. No competitor globally is having that much. So SAP Ariba is a global leader, I can say. Okay, you see, I have worked with a lot of clients. So everybody is asking the suppliers to go through the Ariba network only, even in India and Middle East, everywhere. So that's the positive aspect of it. So to answer your question very in a shorter way, I can say yes, both of the features are similar. And I can't say the features, the achievement of the processes are going to be the same, but the methodology, the approach is different here. Okay, in Ariba, I can say much more easier, much more better, and it's going to be helpful more to the client which is using, and it's very cost effective. It's a cloud solution. It's a very cost effective solution. So
But in now SAP Cloud as well, right? We are, currently we are doing public cloud, public cloud, and
yes, yes,
then
No, no, very good question. So for that reason, you see, you are talking about SAP S4 HANA public cloud and private cloud. You are talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So you
basically,
see,
you are talking about the configuration point of view. Like we are doing configuration in MM for all the master data and all these things, PO forms and all these things. But here, as an end user, if you think as a buyer, the buyer who is sending a one information to supplier, so how we will reach to supplier? So here, both MM and Ariba have different aspect. Like Ariba will more interacting with the suppliers and your buyer. So whatever things, like if you are sending a PO earlier in you, even in right now, if you are doing a PO configuration within MM, like you have configured the PO, but you cannot get the order confirmation. You don't understand your supplier has confirmed the PO. That will be manual things. But in
For that
Ariba,
one, we have a EDI is there, right? Means in the means if this is both
so
written as a EDI, in
yes,
that
here
case we are
also we will
then
use the EDI. Here also we will use the EDI, but it is only for the order confirmation. Apart from that, there is a advance ship notice where you will get the addition that information you will get the in advance that your consignment will be reaching on so and so date with the so and so packaging, so and so with the so and so carrier. This is the quantity. This is the production date. This is the expiry date. This is the way of packing. So we will decide like what everything we will get the information about the package, so our about our material. Apart from that, when that ASN will be generate, it will create a inbound delivery. So when we are reaching to the receiving, when we are buyer will warehouse team will receiving that material, inbound delivery is already created for that material because we got the ASN. So when we will receiving that material, we see the quantity of material has good, and then only we will receive that material. If you find that material has rejected, so system will notify that supplier out of 100 we only received the 50 quantity and 50 quantity has been rejected. So supplier will raise an invoice for only for 50 quantity. So all these things, like whether you are using EDI or portal supplier, so Ariba will provide that kind of solutions for both the not every supplier is on EDI, not every supplier is on portal. So combinations, and looking at the market currently, 95% are on portal, not on EDI. Though you have EDI solutions, but it will not be on EDI. So most of the supplies, if you see on portal, because Ariba have not only commerce automation or not only Ariba buying, they have contract management also, clause negotiations also. You have guided buying also. So there is a your PO, then you have requisition, your catalog management, everything has been there. So for that reason, this is the backbone, I can say. Your backend ERP is always a backbone because all the master data, whatever things we are going to store, and it will be with the Ariba. Some part is on Ariba cloud and some part is on your on premises. So Ariba have lot many things to do for buyer perspective, who is interacting more with the suppliers. And if you seeing as a consultant, as a consultant, because you are doing field to field configurations within the because in PO we are 100 fields. So you'll create the master data for that, you'll naming for that, a display name is different, field name is different, and you're creating the PO forms, your conditional, you do the deviation, so that deviation will be managed in Ariba only. So if you go into depth for Ariba, then you will understand these two modules are very different. Means sometimes people are doing standalone sourcing. They are not integrating with your backend ERP. They are doing sourcing part. So they are inviting suppliers. They are doing the negotiation, comparison sheets, or everything we will doing it manually, and then they will manually creating the PO in ERP.
okay. Is it including stock transfer as well? These plans with the two plans like that in MM we have, right? Means plan to plan movements like that is it visible in Ariba?
So that is actually a in warehouse. If you are doing some plant to plant in exchange of material or you're dispatching, that information you are not going to discuss with the buyer. So that is not a lookout of your buyer. I am a purchase person, you are a warehouse person. So what you have two different plants. So on plant level, what internally you are deciding to dispatch the material within the plant or department level, that is not a lookout of a purchase person. That will be remains in your backend ERP. So that will not, that information will not share to the Ariba, because that should be an internal arrangement. If my PO I have sent for one plant and you want to same material you required for another plant, so we cannot say to suppliers you will divide that. That will manually will decide. But once you created PO, once you decide the delivery location and all these things, supplier will dispatch that material that location, and then internally we have to divide that things. But before PO, if you decide this material should be reached to our two different plant, then that will be feasible from Ariba side.
Oh,
Internal plant level, that will not be managed by Ariba, because in supply chain collaboration, yes, we have that solution. Everything will be monitored, because supply chain collaboration, it will start from your scratch, where your planning should will be start for any, like if you decided to build a factory. So from scratch, if you decided this is, I have to purchase the land, I have to purchase the raw material, I will build up the factory, and then you will start your job, and then so everything will be monitored in supply chain collaboration, because there is a forecast collaboration, there is a module which is called forecast collaboration, then you have PO collaboration, and then you have quality collaboration. So all these things are internally one by one: forecast, then PO collaboration, and then quality collaboration. So everything will be monitored under that. But yes, most of the people using PO collaboration only.
yeah.
And
In my previous project, actually, we have a Ariba integration is there, right? When we're creating PO in SAP via EDA, we send the data to Ariba. Then what is the purpose of both systems are the same purchase order? Is there any function that is there?
see, like I just said you, like in MM, once you send the PO, you will see that PO has been, if you are not using EDI, forget about the EDI. But how you will know that supplier has confirmed your PO? How many quantity he has rejected, or partially he has accepted that PO? So those information will be gathered by Ariba only. After that, ASN related activity in ASN, carrier information, delivery date. If you change, supplier needs to be change the delivery date. He want to change the delivery date. Now there is a deviation. If you set the tolerance for 5 days, that is in but after more than a 5 days, supplier want to deliver that material. So that is the deviation. How can you handle that deviation? How can you allow that supplier after 5 days you can deliver the material? If the suppliers want to change the pricing, after sometimes that pricing has been changed, not many organization doing the comparison sheet, and they do waste of the time, and after 6 months they are sending the PO to suppliers, and that time price has been changed for that material. So we have to, at least we have to 5% of tolerance we can manage, but more than 5%, if it is more than a tolerance level, we, that is a deviation. If in buying also, guided buying also, there is a deviation approval flows. So uh, that should be managed within the Ariba only. So that deviation, that quantity amendment, everything will be handled by Ariba, and automatically in PO. Like in guided buying, we have to go and manually we have to change the PO. But in commerce automation and supply chain collaboration, once you approve the deviation, automatically system will update the quantity, update the delivery date. So there is a price deviation, there is a quantity deviation, there is a delivery date deviation. Everything, all the deviation will be handled. After that, your invoicing part also. Invoicing is important factor. If your supplier has sending that 100 quantity and 95 quantity has been rejected, how can you allow them to create a invoice for 100 quantity? It should be only for 5 quantity na. So that will be managed by Ariba. That restrictions we will do on transitions level. We will have network rules for that. The transitions rules we will set. Even payment status we will send to the suppliers. So that in if we are doing 5 activity, Ariba doing the 10 activity, because all the buyers and suppliers will interacting with each other. Earlier they are doing manual things. In traditional way, we are sending PO on email, we are focusing on, we are calling them, do have when we are sending the material. So that things has been reduced now. You don't require to call the suppliers, because suppliers has got the PO. He will confirm that PO. We'll get the information. We'll see in our order confirmation, PO history tab. You will see in confirmation tab, invoicing, GRN, what are the quantity has received by warehouse. Even that information get the buyer. So earlier they have to call that warehouse team, that material has been received you or not. You have to follow with the suppliers manually. Nowadays you don't require to call the suppliers. You will see, you will go to the network, you will see all the information. Yes.
Yeah, Rakesh, I have one question as well. So,
Yes.
sorry, this application does not show names, so I don't know who was talking before, but the last two people who spoke, I think the last, but one person said SAP is looking to make Ariba the sole procurement solution, right, in the near future. So
Mhm.
I want to ask, do we currently have any solution for direct procurement from Ariba? Because in most cases, I've seen just indirect procurement from Ariba. I don't know if companies just don't want to do direct or the solution is not there as of now. Then the second part is in in uh, in let me say in my current environment today, right? We have scenarios where vendors are Ariba enabled, and these direct POs are created in SAP. They are not coming from Ariba. You create a purchase requisition in SAP and you create a PO, and that
Mhm.
PO is sent to Ariba via EDI through CIG or something like that. So that purchase order is technically fulfilled in Ariba, and you get those other confirmations once the supplier maintains them in Ariba. It comes to SAP and things like that. So in this case, what scenario is this? Is this Ariba buying, or what module are we talking of in this case?
No, no.
So
You see, Alex. I just want to answer this.
Sorry,
Direct procurement. I think somebody is unmuted.
can you take all of us? Some it's a little bit noisy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Guys, please unmute yourself. Susmita, could you please unmute yourself? Sorry, mute yourself. Yeah, thank you so much. So you see, I said like it's there in the roadmap. Okay, it's not like currently it is being implemented, right? So there are a
Mm.
lot of changes. You see, like every year they are doing the changes. So eh, co- going down the line, okay, they are making commerce automation very strong. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, Radhesham. So
it is
that's
supply chain
going.
collaboration, not to the commerce, supply chain collaboration.
Supply chain
Yeah.
collaboration, they are going to make it more feasible for the direct procurement going forward. Okay, they have
Okay.
the roadmap for this. So going forward, like unlike right now you are doing the direct procurement in a different way. So there would be chances in near future like direct procurement is also 100% will be supported by SAP Ariba. Not right now, but in future I'm talking about the roadmap over there.
All
Yes.
right. Mm-hmm.
So basically, upstream module, they will manage all these things, and commerce automation and supply chain collaboration, they will do for the direct and basically guided buying. So it is a more focus on indirect procurement and all these things. So it is based on the requirement of client, so for which they want to be the what solution. So SAP and your channel partner, they will analysis all these things before you are entering in any module, any project. So they already analysis these things, they will analysis the system, the requirement, and then they only approach the module. And as a consultant, we will enter later on, because this discussion is already happened within the organization with the SAP and our channel partner. So we will not interact, we cannot force to client you can go for this module, because those who are interacting initially with the client, they will analysis their PO numbers, their suppliers number, their requirement. There is a what is the pinpoint for them, which module is suitable for them. So SAP will only recommend them this module, so based
Okay.
on their requirement only. So that initial analysis will be done by SAP and our channel partner only. We as a consultant later on we will involve in this process. Already all these discussions will be happen there.
Mm-hmm. So, but what about the second scenario then? So, where we're procuring in SAP and we're sending the PO to Ariba via EDI. So which module does that belong? Is that like Ariba guided buyer or what? What mod? How do we
Supply chain collaboration. It is a
supply chain
supply chain
collaboration?
collaboration.
Okay, all right,
Yes. And
all
if
right.
you want to configure these supplies on ADI, so SAP
Mm-hmm.
have separate configuration team. I have worked on one of my client on supply chain collaboration. There is a 100 plus suppliers on EDI. Out of there is 5,000 suppliers with that client. Only 100 suppliers, but they want on EDI. So for that 100 onboarding, so initially SAP is involved. So all the suppliers they have onboarded for EDI level, whatever the portal supplies or apart from the EDI, so more than 5,000 suppliers for portal. So batch wise, like initially 100, then 200, all those suppliers we have onboarded for supply chain collaboration on portal level. Within that again there is a light enablement. Some suppliers have limited access, some suppliers have full access. So what is the light enablement, what is the full enablement, we will going to learn later on in depth, because that is important things, how we are understanding the concept of licensing for supplier level. That is even important, because that we have to discuss with the client, because we have to tell the client this is the light enabled supplier and this is the full enablement supplier. Why that is important, we will see in the commerce automation and supply chain collaboration when we're going to discuss the network configuration.
All right. And the
Yeah.
last question then. So, is it possible to have Ariba run as a standalone system? Since you say, I would say ERP system. Let's assume the company only does indirect procurement and they don't
Mhm.
buy, by any chance, they don't buy any direct procurement at all, right? So, can Ariba run as a standalone if the company doesn't have SAP? Can they run as a standalone, or you need to have SAP to at least initiate, the activation of Ariba?
Like if you don't have the backend system, at least apart from SAP, the SAP will recommend at least backend ERP like Oracle. So that should be required, because see, uh, though though you are doing some activity on standalone, like in sourcing or guided buying, you are doing standalone activity, but some part like PO creation or PR creation, that should be within the backend ERP only. So for that reason, we require those things. Though
Okay.
sometimes we will uploading master data from backend only. So though we are it is not integrated, we are uploading manually, but it should be required a backend ERP.
All right. Okay.
Yes,
Sure.
yes, Alex. So it's not mandatory like only SAP should be there. So
Mm-hmm.
apart from SAP,
Other
any other ERP solution, okay? Because SAP is a native ERP solution for SAP Ariba. Okay, it's easy integration through CIG. So apart from SAP, there are in the market clients are using like JD Edwards, okay, PeopleSoft,
Mm-hmm.
no, not PeopleSoft, Oracle, okay, SQL Server, any other ERP, and even BAN also, like locally made any of the ERP solutions also it is going to support. Okay, that's not an
Okay.
issue. But
All
you
right.
see how you
there
are
is
going to
some
do the account
limitations.
processing, yeah, with certain limitations, of course. How you are going to process your invoicing, major that thing is like how you are going to log your accounts in a proper way. Of course, it should be in the ERP side only, right? So how you are
Mm-hmm.
going to manage? End of the day, you have to understand like your P&L account is going to reflect with your purchasing, your all the money monetary transactions, right? So those activities should be logged, and those activities will be logged in the financial modules of any ERP solution. So there must be an ERP solution should be there.
All right. All right.
And so things is that like we have all the documents, like how to create templates, what are the project plans also. We'll from scratch we are going to teach you what are the things required for any integration project, what are the test scripts, how we are going to, what are the user manuals required, process. And it is important to understand the users groups, all the concept. We have some demo recordings also, few of best practice videos also we have test script also to how that test script, because you should know what configurations you have did for SLP, and what mappings you have mentioned. So everything we are going to capture in any project. Like these are the like If you see all the module for SLP, sourcing, contract management, spend management, P2P, commerce automation, Snap, CIG, supply chain collaboration. In CIG also we have things like what configurations required for which module, and different module required application specific configurations are different, but some part is common, like global settings are common, but what are the application specific configurations and how we are going to manage that within backend ERP or Ariba network level. Okay, so
Right.
if you have anyone have any questions, you can ask. We are here to discuss that, and I hope we have tried to cover all the doubts. But still, if you have any questions, any basic question, don't forget you are paying here. And if you are not asking the questions right now, you don't feel that you're like don't shy. You can ask any silly questions. We are here to try to answer your question. Okay, don't feel uncomfortable.
Hi,
Sir,
Radhesham.
One by one, please. Maithili, 1 minute. Let Nagarjan speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Radhesham, thank you for the session. So you mentioned the CIG, right? Can you please explain what it is? Because do we need any coding knowledge or something? What is it related to? Technical part?
Nagarjan, can you help me with your experience currently where you and what is your background? So I'll
Sure,
explain you.
sure. I'm into SAP consultant.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
As I am a
functional,
consultant.
functional.
Okay, functional consultant.
Yes.
See, CIG is a middleware actually.
Mm,
When we are configuring integrated module like sourcing, we have to integrate with backend ERP. SLP want to integrate with the backend ERP because you are manually creating the suppliers. You are collecting the details from suppliers and manually you are creating the suppliers. But when we using the integrated system from Ariba side, supplier will fill up all the details and we will approve that details, and then only it will create a vendor code or business partner in our backend ERP. So that integration, so that how the data will be flow bi-directionally. For that reason we require one middleware, and that middleware will be decide what is the idoc document, how it will be converted into CXML. So that conversion of documents, the data securely passing from backend ERP to Ariba, then to your network. So everything will be under that network. So you will check whether that document has been failed. You will see the document where is what is the error for that. So CIG is important. That is a middleware, and within that CIG, not only we are creating integrated project for sourcing SLP for all the modules. That is a means we can say is easy to configure. That module is like CIG is very easy to configure, and SAP how earlier there is a PIPO. There is lot of configuration bodies and BAPIs custom program we have to develop. But here limited limitations for custom program all these things. But yes, the data will be passes from the middleware only.
good.
Yeah. And as a consultant, you know the backend field names and all these things, but in Ariba, in CIG, Ariba don't know what is the backend name for your purchase order or field name for that. So that field to field configurations and field to field mapping we are doing in CIG. So some parts you will see what are the mappings for company name. In Ariba, we have to maintain that mapping. If you have address, so what is the mapping for that in Ariba? We have to maintain for address. So, but field name for address is different. That is a display name only. Okay. Anyone else? Yeah, Maithili, please, you can ask.
yes, sir. So I wanted to ask, like, so that in downstream,
Mhm.
like invoice and purchase order approval flow configurations, that part will also be covered, right? Because I think
Yes, yes, yes.
we do okay.
See, Maithili,
And
for all the modules, like how to customize approval flows, how to add the users, buyer, like your team members, rules, content, everything. Not only like this is for upstream and downstream, both the things, like everything we are how to upload the master data. Also, we are going to teach you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even invoice exceptions like
Yes,
configurations and
yes,
all, like
yes, yes.
it's
Invoice
mentioned in
exceptions,
code
conditions,
administration.
your PO
Okay.
conditions also, policies
Okay.
also.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That was it from my side. Thank you.
Even we will show you how to upload the catalogs, landing pages, carousels, line item, and what is the concept behind uploading that. Everything in detail. Akshay have very good experience in that module, and
Mm-hmm.
he will definitely, yeah, you can. And you can, if you feel that this information I want, or I want to learn these things, you can raise a voice and you can tell us that Iraj will be there, Akshay is also there anytime, not only within the sessions time. If you feel you want to understand this because you have some interviews or you want to configure something, you can anytime, you can reach us, like we will help you.
Yeah, very true, Radhesham. So, guys, to everyone, I want to tell you, okay, this is just not the training like kind of commercial. We are in a process of building up some, community in SAP Ariba. We are into this training since 2010 onwards. So almost 14 years of experience we are having in the training. Okay. So I request everyone to be on mute, please, if you don't mind. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Now,
Monisha, you want to ask something, I think.
Yes. Hello, Radhesham and Dheeraj.
Yeah.
yeah.
So my question is that in case of punch out catalogs, so we will be having an option to visit the supplier website for the price details, right?
Hmm, 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 hmm. So
So how are we getting those details into our system? Like navigating till there to check out the prices is fine. But in case if you want to use the very same item prices here, are we using any interface to get the price details here?
I think for that interface, we actually, I have to check with the Akshay only, because he's going to explain. And as I know, yes, for supplier portal, we have the things, and we will definitely try to answer your question, because I'll keep with Iraj. Uh,
Yes,
he,
yes, yes.
he will connect with you, with the Akshay, and he will guide you in more, because punch out catalog, I haven't worked personally, but he have
Mhm.
experience in punch out catalogs.
Okay.
Okay.
And my second question is that
Mhm.
as of now, since SRM is about to shut down in couple of years,
Correct, correct.
so is Ariba the only solution to handle here from SAP perspective?
See, Ariba, we have SRM. Like nowadays, we can say there is a migration going on for a lot of organization. They are moving from SRM to S4 directly. So most of the clients already migrated. Some clients are migrating from ECC to S4, and by some days after, we can say next 2 years. Yes, definitely, everyone will be move on S4. And SAP is recommending, if you are using backend ERP S4, then he is approaching, you can go for these module, because lot many organization facing some part, like in downstream they are facing some issue, for invoicing purpose they are facing issue, some clients using for supplier, duplicate suppliers, so they want to avoid those things. Some suppliers is, some clients is facing for sourcing module, so based on their requirement, SAP is recommending them to use these modules. If you don't want to use, that is up to client. SAP is not forcing, but along with this S4, uh, SAP is saying that you can go with this module. And nowadays in market there is other ERPs also, the client, it is depend on client which ERP they want to use. So
Okay.
here,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
yes, please go ahead.
No, no, you can ask.
Okay. So when we say we are migrating to S/4HANA sourcing and procurement,
Mhm.
again, that is as good as like we don't have any specified platform to communicate with the suppliers, right? In that case, Ariba should be mandatory there as well, right? That is as good as SAP MM with
Yes,
SRM
yes.
connected to suppliers in the traditional way.
Correct. So it is a like easy to connect with suppliers, because if you see, earlier manually we are doing all the activity. We are calling to suppliers, we'll collect the information, then we are doing the supplier registration part, we are adding their manual document. But here it is automated. It's like you will sending the questionnaire and the suppliers will filling that information, will getting the, if you have struggling with the quotation, you will just need to go to that event and you can message them. We require your quotation, that even we will set the reminders for that. Even if you have send the PO and supplier is not confirmed, so that reminders will be go to the suppliers. So we don't require to call them again and again, and we don't require to follow them. So everything will be from the system. We'll send the reminders, we'll get the notification about the whatever suppliers has responded or rejected, or they want some information, everything. That interaction will be flawless within the network, Ariba network.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Sorry to repeat, but
Yeah.
is it like we have SRM between and suppliers as of now traditionally? Is
Mhm.
it equivalent to having S/4HANA system, SAP Ariba and Ariba network for suppliers in HANA systems? Are they equivalent?
SRM, no. SRM is SRM is not equivalent actually. SRM is a different things. SAP Ariba have different things, these different two modules. We can say different
No,
modules.
what I'm trying to say is with module alone, we cannot be able to connect with suppliers as efficient as we are doing it via SRM.
Hmm, hmm.
Yeah,
In the
if you're
same
talking
way,
about,
when we consider to HANA migration, is it like we cannot connect with suppliers efficiently with sourcing and procurement module alone, and Ariba does it very efficiently for us?
yeah, Monisha. Yeah, Monisha. So I can say that's a very efficient way, more efficient than SRM, because I think like you might have worked on SRM as well, right? So SRM is more technical module. Okay, so they made it in a very better way, but they made it so complicated. It is the development happened in the Bangalore SAP Labs Bangalore only. So a lot of our Indian team was involved. So they made it more technical. So for the end user perspective and everything is going to be more difficult. So in order to reduce the complete difficulty, I can say SAP Ariba is more efficient than this. So that's only the reason SAP is encouraging everyone to use Ariba rather than going for SRM things.
So SRM is more about the you are doing custom things. Like you have already lot of things you have customized. You need to you have to develop a code. You have to do the bodies and BAPIs and SRM. But here in Ariba already SAP have all the programs and all the settings, all the interaction with lot many features nowadays in Ariba, that even in SRM you haven't heard, because these things are upgraded now. That's why SAP has
Mhm.
nowadays they have stopped the support for SRM, and now they are more focused on all these modules.
Okay,
Yeah.
understood.
And it is upgraded now. You are in almost most of the clients are already switched from SRM. Even I don't think here also people don't know what was the SRM. Only 1 to 2 people know about SRM. Out of 10, 8 people even did haven't seen SRM screen. But if you
Mm,
go into the Ariba, and you will when you interact all the things, you will see the transitions and all this, then you feel that these things are very far from SRM.
yes, understood.
Yeah.
And Radhesham, today while in the demo session, you told that with respect to GSTIN and all such unique IDs, there should be possible to create only one profile for a given supplier, right? But I also think that there should be a possibility to create two different ANIDs in the Ariba network for a given
Yes,
supplier.
yes, it
So
is a
in that case, having with one GSTI and creation of two ANIDs is still possible, right?
See, for that reason, if you want to create a duplicate supplier, means with the same GST number, if you want to create a supplier, yes, system will allow you. But that is actually, again, that things is again your what things you are struggling earlier, you are doing same thing. Like your earlier uh, Like earlier, lot many things like in my client, one of my client, one supplier is registered for 20 times. So that things that by client want to reduce that things. If you want to create a different, even in even in India, if you see GST number is
Then
different for all
then
the states.
yeah. Okay.
See, GST number is different from Maharashtra. GST number is for Delhi is different. So in that case, what organization is doing? They will doing they registering one supplier, but maintaining in like there is one more configurations like MDM. In that case, they will manage all these things. So we will different vendor code we will manage within that. So one supplier, but there is a unique coding for that suppliers, and that will be registered as a one supplier in Ariba only. So that things is feasible here also, but there is a different backend things before middleware. We have to do the MDM MDG configuration, master data grievance. There is one different module where we have to purchase that license for that reason.
Okay.
And
In
if you are
case
doing
we want to have two different profiles,
Mhm.
then what should be the unique combination?
So unique combinations, we have to ignore the duplicate, and we will say that we want to create this supplies only. There is a notification
Yeah,
about
but
the
system will be still
yes.
throwing the error, right?
No, it will accept because it initially it will show you the it will notify you. If you ignore that, if you ignore and you will create the supply request and then supply registration, it will not create any error. Initially it will highlight you, but yes, there is a lot of APIs in now that is in market. If you are doing duplicate vendor code creation and the master data is same like GST number, PAN number, in ERP again you have to do the approval process for that. So if you are using API for that reason, yes, lot many organization doing double check. One is an Ariba level and second is an API level. So that things also they are managing. But still, if you want to create a supplier, then both error you have to means there is approval process. If you want to create those suppliers duplicate, then you can take a proper approval, and still system will allow you to create.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my next question would be, in case supplier is registering in Ariba network,
Mhm.
so there the profile gets created. Is there any replication to the lower systems, like for say Ariba upstream and downstream and all? The master data of the supplier is getting transferred there so that it can be consumed in other transactional documents.
See, there is a once supplier is registered as a uh, network in network. If ANID has generated, so it is not like that. You can only go for the sourcing, or if you're going for the guided buying, guided sourcing, it will all together. It will handle as a Ariba perspective. But for each supplier, each organization, the profile will be different. Like for X organization, your questionnaire should be different for supplier registration purpose. Y supplier using different, so for that reason you have to again do the registration. But under one roof only, you will manage all the organizations. If you are registered as a supplier for 5 organizations, you will say the name for that organization, and within that organization, if you click on that organization, you will see the SLP related activity, you will see the sourcing related activity, you will see the commerce automation related activity, your PO, your invoice, everything. So profile, it will be create separate, but the vendor ANID should be one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, so say suppose if we are creating a supplier is registered and all that has happened in Ariba network, will the
Hmm.
same be replicated to upstream and downstream? Uh,
Yes,
as Okay, but in case of downstream, I believe only the awarded supplier details should be replicated, right?
No. So that is the settings you have to do. So like if you are using upstream supplier, if you want to do in a downstream, then we have to partition supplier. So that is called a partition supplier. So for that reason, we have to on admin level, we have to do the settings that supplier needs to be migrated to as a partition supplier. So that we have to create. That there is a one step actually. If you are doing the same suppliers, if you have upstream also and you have downstream, then only as a partition suppliers we have to use that supplier. But if we are using for sourcing and commerce automation, then that supplier should be as a trading relationship. We have to register as a network supplier only. But for
Okay.
downstream, like guided buying, then only a partition supplier we have to use.
Yeah, understood. And when you refer to commerce automation, what exactly it is? I'm sorry, but this is the first time I'm hearing.
See, commerce automation, it is more interactive about your after P2O order, means sorry, source to order. Once you did the ordering,
Mm-hmm.
once the PO has been created into ERP, after the sending the PO, like what activity we are going to follow once you send the PO to suppliers. So what expectations is from supplier side? We want the confirmation on that PO. Supplier should uh, supplier will act on that PO. So he will confirm
Mm-hmm.
first. He will confirm that PO we required. If he want to reject, he will at least notify us that I'm rejecting that PO, or he want to edit that PO, or he want only confirm about the 50% of quantity. So that information we will get. After that, ASN, advance ship notice, means whenever suppliers want to deliver the material, before that he will sending the information about the consignment. He will send the information about the carrier, how the line, what are the quantity of that line item, when the packaging has been happened, how it packaging has been happened, what are the production date for that batch, what is the expiry for that material. So all the information about your consignment, it will already it will sending to you. So warehouse team will be aware about that material is reaching on so and so date. And even
Okay.
once that ASN has been sent, so it will create an inbound delivery. So inbound delivery will be help you to receive the material. So that will be reduce the warehouse team job. So when the inbound delivery is already there, so he will receive the material, and that same information will be go to the buyers also. So they also aware this information. So so and so quantity of this material has been, because sometimes that should be in batches like 100, 20, 50. So supplier is sending like almost that whatever the batches it will be create, that all the information buyer will also know. So then you are creating the invoicing for that particular. So once you receive the material, some one document number will be sent to the supplier. So the material has been received by warehouse so and so quantity, so he will create the invoice for that. So there is a invoicing rules also, so we'll configure. So everything will be on visible. It will be a like it is easy to track those transitions. So invoicing process, then invoice processing. So once the invoicing has been completed, then we are sending the payment related information to supplier. So supplier also aware about the what things going on that PO for that material. So this interaction between suppliers and very visible. And all these things, like if you are managing all these things, earlier buyers are struggling to follow with the suppliers for send the material. So here we will get the additional information before sending material. And
Okay.
even some organization very minor level, they are doing the activity for their packaging. So my material should be packed in a so and so curtain, so and so box. So we have a bubble wrap and everything. So each and every packaging related activity also they are monitoring. So they want that particular material should be packed in a such a way, the corrugated boxes, the bubble wrap, pallets, and all these things. How to handle that material, how to on which carrier or which transport you have to dispatch that material. So everything should be in a proper way. So if don't look as a like traditional way here, everything should be like visible. So every minor things we are going to monitor.
Okay. Just like in we have a couple of special procurements. Will that all be covered with in Ariba as well?
Yes, yes,
For
definitely.
example, subcontracting,
Hmm,
something,
hmm.
yeah, the special procurement processes.
Yes, yes. See, there is a service entry sheet also if you are non-PO invoicing also. So all these things also be here also be because that is a part of like procurement only.
Okay, okay, understood. Yeah, thank you for answering.
Yeah. Anyone else? Araj, you want to say something? Your
Yeah, yeah.
screen is.
I think everyone is done with their queries. So guys, if at all you are having any more queries, you can ask. Otherwise, I just want to give some of the information over here. Like tomorrow we do have the session one. So today was an overview kind of session. Okay, so in which like we have touched base all the modules which we are going to focus going forward in our training. Focus going to forward in this training. So you can go to our website also. We are almost having more than 10 years of experience, as I said, right? So we are into different SAP modules like functional as well as technical. Okay, so there are different modules we are covering it. So in which like the prominent modules we are focusing right now are cloud solutions like Ariba, C4C, TRM, sorry, C4C and Field Glass and all those things. So apart from that, we have financial modules like TRMs and all those things. So Ariba, if you want to go and check more details over here, we have a detailed kind of contents over there in our website as well. So here you can download the contents, course contents as well. So you can go or you can request the contents separately. We'll provide you the contents as well. So in short, I can say this training is going to be a complete in-depth kind of training. And for this one, as I was saying to you earlier, so we are not only focusing commercial kind of training. So this is going to be a sort of community building going ahead. Okay, so Ariba training we have started in 2017 onwards. So we have trained almost 5,000 or 6,000 plus professionals in SAP Ariba. We are very proud to say that, because in every batch we'll be having 10 to 15 participants, and everyone are like, we filter them first. Like, we are not going to take fresher kind of participants, or those who are not really aware what is a procurement process and all those things. So the audiences or your batchmates are going to be more knowledgeable in terms of answering questioning, and as well as knowledge sharing as well. So that's going to be helpful. And after the training also, we are not going to leave you guys, oh, training is finished, now you can see your own way. No, we are going to be still in touch with you. We are going to create a WhatsApp group separately, like whoever are going to register in this particular batch, like 10 to 15 participants. Then you can interact with each other, you can ask the queries, and our mentors are going to be part of the queries as well. I will be there in the WhatsApp group. If at all you want to have a direct interaction with Radhesham also, post training I'm talking about, nobody give this opportunity over there. If at all you are having any issues, any queries, or you want to build up your resume, you want to have some heads up before the interview, going for the interview, we are going to help you out on that part as well. Okay, so regarding the training is going to be in detail kind of training, and the trainings are going to be only on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. Okay, that's going to be 7:30 p.m. IST to usual timing are 7:30 p.m. IST to 10:30 p.m. IST. So that's 3 hours of training on Saturday and 3 hours of training on Sunday. So that's going to be approximately 6 weekends we need to spare to complete this particular training. So approximately 45 plus hours, around 50 hours of training we are going to provide here, catering everyone's queries in a detailed fashion. We are not going to leave anyone queries, and we are not in a hurry to finish the things and complete the contents, as Radhesham told earlier. So we are going to address everyone's, even a small query also. Okay, don't hesitate to ask any simple queries as well. We encourage everyone to ask more queries so that the interactive session is going to be there. So that is our part, and of this every session is going to be recorded as well. Okay, and post the session we are going to share the complete set of recordings as well. Like on Saturday Sunday session happened, on Monday you'll get the recordings and the documents, everything will be shared through Google Drive, and that access is going to be there with you for lifelong. Okay, you can use it for any time, any reference you want to. Let's say after down the line, 6 months after the training, you want to have a reference in the for example P2P part, what exactly happened, commerce automation or sourcing or SLP process, you can refer those particular sessions, and you can refreshen up by before doing any other task as well. So all the documentation will be shared with you, recordings will be shared to you, and there'll be a WhatsApp group, and also we'll be guiding you post training as well. Okay, even though if you are into the job, you have onboarded on any project, still you are facing some sort of issues over there, you can post your queries or you can connect with us. We'll be help you out reasonably over there. Okay, it's not like complete project we are going to do it, but wherever you are having any, uh, wherever you stuck up in certain situations, so you want some expertise, advice, or hint, definitely will be there to help you out on that part as well. Yeah. So tomorrow is the first session. We are going to start with the sourcing part. Okay. Before that, you please connect with Sana or your BREs, whoever are there, Nilima or Samriddhi or whoever there. Please connect with them. They are going to guide you for the registration process or whatever it is. So from there, tomorrow, please be available at 7:30 doing the enrollment. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. If you are having any queries with respect to administration part, you can ask me. Or one thing I can do is like, I'm going to give you my number over here also. This is +91 840887822. Okay. So this is my number. You can reach me out on WhatsApp as well as direct call. It's an India number. So you can WhatsApp me as well. You can call me if you are outside India. You can WhatsApp me. I'll be available morning, usually 7:30 a.m. IST till evening. I can say 10:30 or 11 o'clock. I'll be available. Okay. You please reach me out if you are having any administrative related queries or any subject related queries. You can reach me out on this. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate your time. And thanks a ton, Radhesham. Really appreciate your knowledge sharing. And one thing I want to tell to everyone again, Radhesham is very knowledgeable person. Okay. He is not only having a vast experience in implementation, support, and rollout projects, and he has done many implementations. It's not like one or two implementations. So he is having very vast experience. He's a solution architect. Okay, please take his this one as an advantage and get more into. And the best part over here is like, even though he's very knowledgeable, but he's very down to earth. He is willing to share his knowledge to everyone in a right way. He's not going to misguide you. For example, lot of tutors are there, lot of mentors are there who are going to cover it up. If they don't know certain answers, they are going to cover up certain things and give you the wrong information. In this case, Radhesham is very straightforward. If he knows everything, he will definitely tell you in a elaborative fashion. If he is having some hesitation, he'll answer you with the later part, or Akshay will be there for the downstream part. Okay, that's going to be very helpful for you. So in short, I can say whichever the knowledge you are going to get, you are going to get in detail the right information. Okay, which is going to be very helpful for you even to crack the interviews, or also if you are onboarded on any project, you can do your work very smoothly. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate. And thank you, Radhesham, for your time. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank
Radhesham
you.
and Iraj. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Most
So for the quick question,
Yeah.
please. So for the
yeah,
onboarding and registration, somebody will be reaching out to us.
yeah.
Sana, will you be reaching out to us, or what is the process then?
Yes, yes. I'll be reaching out to you, Alex. Okay.
All right. Okay. Sure. Thank you. All right.
Thank
Thank you
you.
all.
Thank you.
Yeah, really appreciate, and it was such an interactive session then. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, Radheshan. Thank you, Eric.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.